Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to episode 2 of our TCW save on the beta. Will it be extended to the full game? Who knows? Still to be decided. But yeah, basically again, just really been going about testing out the various features of the game, trying to break it since it is a beta, and taking everything on board, especially the stuff from Brian. Much appreciated always, buddy. But yeah, I'm hoping, because there's a potential it could lead to a save with them in the C-verse, it's all about kind of learning about these characters and really just hope more we can put on a good show and continually get better. You know what I mean? If we've got an idea of how we can book a show successfully, because you remember there's been limitations with various products. So if we can get in a habit of booking good shows, knowing what works, knowing what doesn't work, there's also not as much pressure on the booking a good show, because like as much as we want to, and I was really guilty for this, continually wanting to gain pop every single week, it's not how it works. AEW is going to be inconsistent. WWE is certainly inconsistent. You have one good show in about 4. So yeah, stuff like that. I think I'm going to be a bit more, just not as worried about it as much, no sweating it as much, and really just try to continue stories and most importantly have fun. Sound like a WWE PG advert there with that. But anyway, so Total Championship Wrestling presents Total Wrestling. So it's our A show, our only show. This is our second one. So that was our first show. There was a 74 attendance of 6,310. We have a pay-per-view on the third week on a Sunday. So it's this show, next week's show, and then a pay-per-view. So you're kind of hoping to build that up. Basically, I'm working off a notepad at the moment. Just basically, that's my feuds, and then just looking at the previous results and going, I'm looking to build up such and such. They've got momentum, building up people with momentum, and hopefully we get a good result at the end of the 2 months. What I'm kind of doing as well is basically booking it where one show of this, booking the 1983 mod, a month of that, then back to that. Hence how you're getting videos like kind of one each day. So yeah, changing up a wee bit. So for this one, we're continuing on to last week's Ambush, hence we've got Elliot Thomas versus Freddie Huggins in a matchup. Obviously revenge for the attack there. Good thing is, because it's not like a 100% committed save, we can get through all the screens there. So financially, I still haven't really progressed as an actual save to the end of the month yet, so I don't know if we are going to end up breaking even. Same with the WWE save, or WWS save. That was worrying me a wee bit financially, but I think I'm starting to get my head around that. We're booking this one in Irvine Hall, 5,000 capacity. I don't really want to go higher than that, do I? Not overly. No, 6,000. I'd rather have a sold out lesser than 3,000 seats and a lot more money spent that doesn't necessarily need to be spent. Terrible wrestling industry as well. Just 17, but the economy starting to rise. So that's our show. We have a grand total of 12 segments. I think we should get this show on the road. Let's go. So started off basically with 2 guys that are matching a feud with each other, but because of my stupidity last week, we had Gage pick up the victory over Aaron Andrews. It should have been over the guy he's feuding with, which I need to check my notepad and see who that actually is. Prepared as always as I am. So he should have pinned Sammy Bach, but he didn't. So basically, had Gage brag about this, basically call Aaron Andrews down to the ring. They end up having a big argument. They'll have a matchup tonight, because obviously the main matchup is going to be Andrews versus Hawkins and Chord versus Bach. But anyway, the segment done well. Got the crowd hotter, got the show off to a strong start. So starting the show off well in 89 with a guy that is a main eventer and a guy on the brink of it. First man that kind of pushing is One Man Army against Yuri Yoshihara. One Man Army picks up the win here with a guided missile in 6:03. Yoshihara is kind of like a development kind of guy here. He never ever should be in a main roster, but put him in this position, you hope he can gain some skills. It's a 54 rating, and the One Man Army continues to gather some momentum. Next up, we had Wolf Hawkins in action. So he's in the card quite early on. It was basically kind of like a squash match, but a good bit of time though. He picks up the win over Danny Fonzarelli in 9:39 with a full moon rising, trying to ensure that both Andrews and Hawkins can reach the pay-per-view with good momentum. and pleased with that. You can see the dirt sheet as well. Quite a few negatives there, but we're slowly but surely making sure that, you know, a lot of time, and I was guilty for this in TEW2016, I would just keep having two guys in the same storyline, tag matches, pinning each other, pinning the opposition. I'm just going to make sure they're getting squash matches against other people, promos against each other, so when they come to fight, it's mega. That's the plan. Hope I stick to it. Next up, we have my user character, the big text avatar. He's hyping up the new debutant, which is Texas Pete. Just thought, it's two guys that are wearing Texas hats, cowboy hats. Why not put them together? So yeah, just wanted to sign somebody, see how that worked with the contract, brought in Texas Pete, and just felt that was a good idea, putting on my big text avatar. It is only 33 rating as he bids to take on Dean Daniels in the next contest. That matchup only got 29. Neither guy's particularly over. Decent reaction from the crowd, terrible wrestling. Texas Pete was very limited in stamina, and Texas Pete picks up the win in 4:35 with a lone star drop. Not ideal. You can see there, holding back, declining physical ability. That annoys me that doesn't scroll down. Put a few negatives there, but you have that kind of match up here, and it didn't lower the crowd's enthusiasm either, so that's quite good that it managed to fit in there. So you're going to have some segments which are poor. Next up, we had that matchup that was Freddie Huggins defeating Elliot Thomas in 8:05 with a Huggins kiss. Let's see what you did there with that pun there, Adam. Good win for Freddie. As I say, Laura Catherine Huggins at ringside, his manager. But yeah, just a matchup there, getting him over. And Elliot Thomas is somebody I think it could be a player down the line, but for now it's just a case of putting people over and developing as much as they can. We then had a backstage attack, and this was the Behemoths, Killer Shark and Titan attacking Mighty Mighty, Tana the Mighty and Mighty Mo. Of course, this is your feud for the TCW Tag Team Championships, but the heel tag team here just really aggressive. They're just showing that they can own the place. Disappointment, it said the lack of anything interesting happening, and it was a 48 rated segment. And this led to the Behemoths in a matchup. They were defending their tag titles, and it was their 7th title defence as they defeated the makeshift tag team of Bart Biggins and Ed Stone in 8:54 when Titan defeated Bart Biggins with a Titan chokeslam, or Titanic chokeslam I should say. In terms of in-ring performance, fairly similar. Everybody's in the kind of low 50s to high 50s. A 63 for the match itself is pretty good, but just making sure these are getting over and against people that can do a good job to put over the heel tag team. Glad to see as well, sold out in Irvine Hall as well, 5,000, so yeah, happy with that. We then had, thanks Brian, a television championship match. I decided, you know, Brian made a good point, it's a TV title, get it on television, make your heel champion, just keep defending it and, you know, win, be arrogant about it. So a decent matchup. Gage defeated Chance Fortune in 12:13 by pinfall. 9th defence, simple victory, gains him some momentum. Good to know they had pretty good chemistry, I didn't actually know that beforehand. And a 61 rating keeps up his upward spiral towards the main event one day. And after the matchup, arrogant promo. Segment is a 73, improvised well, and it's just him saying, you know, I'm just beating everybody, I'm your TV champion, and I'm just going to keep on beating these losers every single day of the week. Then we have Wolf Hawkins, he's hyping up the matchup. Obviously at the pay-per-view, him and Aaron Andrews. That was an 84, just the usual heel, and of course advancing the segment here, but it looked good, and the commentary did well. And the match itself had fantastic heat and great wrestling. Aaron Andrews defeated Jay Chord in 30-30 by pinfall with a flying body press. During the matchup we had Wolf Hawkins distract Andrews, although it did not factor in, as Andrews went on to make his defence number 5 of the TCW World Heavyweight title. Interesting things to note, Aaron Andrews just a 70 in-ring performance to Chord's 76, and the storyline with our main eventers continued. This was a 79, and let's look there, what was the negatives here? Inconsistency, holding back, and unable to use high risk moves, that's fair enough. But overall, I would call that a success. Show increased their popularity in 11 regions. Overall rating was a 78. we're getting over some characters. Unfortunately, in typical me fashion, it's predominantly heels. But as I say, you get one-man army kind of pushing himself up. You've got Wolf Hawkins, Freddie Huggins, the Behemoths. What I'm looking at now, and I'm kind of noticing this as well, with the usage of it in this, in my All-Star Wrestling, or the TV show I've got with WWF 83, and even real life WWE at the moment, a lot of squash matches, or not necessarily squash matches, but enhancement matches, like you're making one person predominantly look good, and they're all going to they're going to have contact that's going to face off at the pay-per-view for the big payoff. So I'm hoping here that, obviously I only need 3 real proper storylines, the rest of the matches can get put together at the last moment, but hopefully we get the big payoff and we can notice who does well and who doesn't do well, and yeah, we'll see what position we're in as we head towards obviously February, and then maybe by the time I get to the February pay-per-view, because obviously that'll be about another 9 episodes maybe, we may have TW, we have the full game, so we'll batter through it and we'll see if there's anything here that remotely pops up that affects us. So TCW presents Total Wrestling, struck gold with the show, that's good to see. Finance, profit, there we go, that's good, so starting to make a bit of inroads with that. Drug test then for, I think it was TCW Wrestling, that's fine. 1.94 to get last week, 1.74, so we're improving. And obviously just the way I've sorted the house shows, where they run Wednesday, Sunday and Monday. So overall, I'm getting there, slowly but surely, slowly understanding who's on the roster and who we can utilise and who we can't. As I say, your 2 main guys are Hawkins and Andrews, so that's the 2 guys who got in the title picture. Next big thing, none. Hot prospect. As I said, that's why I wanted to give Elliot Thomas something. That's why Yoshihara, he's in matches. Killer Sharp's getting a push in the tag team, and obviously utilising the likes of Sammy Bach for that as well. So yeah, overall it's been pretty good. But we'll call it there as we head on towards our go home show next week before the pay-per-view and the episode after that. So yeah, let us know what you thought of the show. If you are going TCW yourself, please let me know how you're booking. Is there any guy that that I've maybe not used that you feel like I should utilise? Let me know and I'll try and filter them in somewhere. And yeah, just generally how you feel about TW with the various updates over time. Of course, we're now on public beta patch number 10. Not as many stuff popping up on the technical support forums. That encourages me. That shows that a lot of stuff's been, obviously it's been deleted, but at the same time it's been amended, fixed, and yeah, could we just see maybe like coming closer and closer release? Possibly, I doubt it, but it's got to be optimism. We'll still roll with the 14th, but never say never. It looks encouraging for the outside, but we don't know what's happening on the inside. So as always, just for watching, much appreciated. As always, any comments, even wrestling in general, thumbs up are appreciated as well. If you haven't already, hit the sub button. You'll be getting videos nearly daily while in lockdown anyway, because I've got a lot of time to play a lot of TW, and with me wrapping up FM pretty shortly, I'm going to have even more TW time, especially when the full game's out and we've got some working real world mods. But just watching, as I say, we should hopefully have our first event for the 1983 mod up pretty shortly. It's been interesting so far, but I think we're starting to make inroads. We'll see how bad it goes once the show is recorded, but just watching, take it easy. Of course, check out Fancy Booker subreddit for some more TW stuff. Check out TEW2020 on Twitter as well. That'll take you to their website. They have a lot of everything there. It's really handy for skins, mods, you name it. Check it out, and also they're going to be putting up a lot of people's YouTube stuff, so it's a good handy place to check as well. And of course, for the beta, for updates on the game and other general discussion stuff, Grey Dog Software forums. It's always your best bet. But just watching, stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.